Hang on, Dudley. Shoot. Seriously. Let's see. Are you there? Okay, sorry. Um, okay, how we doing? Okay. At the bottom, just click yeah, yeah. At the bottom, just tap it one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Space bar. Yeah, just make sure you can hear it. Make sure you can hear it in your headphones. Uh, okay. Do you have the headphones in the phones? Just the phones. At the top right. It just says phones, I think. Take a picture of it and send it to me. Okay.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
So does that mean I'm there? Okay, all right. Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. It is a football Friday night, week number 5, and we're getting set for Mangum and Walters in a crucial district matchup tonight. Walters coming in 4-0, undefeated inside district play. Mangum is 2-2. They lost their only district ball game last week at Apache, and going to have to figure out a way to slow down Walters. Walters has put some numbers on the board, and Mangum putting numbers on the board for the first 4 weeks of the season, and then they got shut down last week against Apache. So going to be a fun one here tonight. We're glad to join you from the Liberty Bowl on an absolutely picturesque fall evening. And we can actually say a fall evening because the weather has finally decided to settle down a little bit, and it is comfortable. I almost found myself this morning driving to work with the windows down thinking, I might have to have a jacket in the press box this evening. That thought quickly evaporated, and I don't have a jacket, but the thought is there nonetheless. Also, worth mentioning that we had the opportunity to go down and see one of our old Altus Merchants softball players, third baseman for the Merchants, Brian Coleman. Brian from El Dorado. Many of you in Southwest Oklahoma probably remember and recognize him. He was down visiting with head coach William Dickey. I say head coach because Coach Dickey's been a head coach all over, and he'll always be a head coach to me. But down visiting with William Dickey, and worth noting that Brian's son is the junior quarterback for this team from Walters. Carson Coleman is his name. So that'll be fun for me. My teammates having kids that are juniors, seniors, playing high school football. Oh, by the way, Brian introduced his new wife. They're expecting a baby. I told Brian they have a cure for that sort of thing now. We're getting set for Walters and Mangum. From the Liberty Bowl, the Blue Devils and the Tigers coming up. Stick and Say, we're Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'd like to invite you to Mangum's newest retail store, Dapper 14 Boutique. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Right now, all summer clothing is on sale, and fall merchandise is here. We're on Facebook and at dapyr14.com. Visit us at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Come shop Dapper 14. You'll love it.
The road towards successful, lasting solutions for treatment of snoring and sleep apnea can have plenty of bumps along the way. Hello, I am Dr. Dustin Lively, and together with the rest of my team, we can lend a valuable helping hand. If you have trouble with snoring or have had a sleep study and are struggling with your prescribed therapy, call us at Easy Sleep Solutions, 580-782-2027, or go to the letters EZSleepSolutions.com.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum. Although First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
And back in the Liberty Bowl, which has now doubled as a landing strip for air evac. The live team has dropped their helicopter dead center at the 50-yard line. If you were watching on the Facebook page or on oksports.tv, wow, how cool is that? I mean, they've been doing this now for several years. I still get the thrill. After all, I'm an F-16 pilot. I flew with the Thunderbirds, so, that kind of firepower gets me going. So that's some good stuff there, and thanks to Air Evac for delivering the game ball here this evening. That is just some neat stuff, and they are getting ready to take off, and I'm going to let you feel the wind and listen to the noise and power as they take off from midfield here at the Liberty Bowl. I don't know about you, but I'm getting jacked up! There they go. That's some great stuff right there. That is ultra cool. Yes, sir. And we got a football game to play as well. We'll take a timeout. Come on back to the Liberty Bowl. It's blowing, it's rocking, and it's rolling on a football Friday night. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month... GWC powertrained warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers!
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have 1 bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi and cable, for just $5. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Katie at 580-782-2452 for more information on Mangum Golden Age Apartments.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
At Mangum
J&P Mexican Cafe is known for great tasty Mexican and American food. J&P is open Tuesday through Saturdays for lunch and dinner, offering selections from a large menu. Delicious Mexican food served fast in the dining room or ordered for takeout. J&P Mexican Cafe will please your palate every time. On the corner of the square in Mangum, call 706-5042. That's 706-5042.
Back in the Liberty Bowl, Chad Fox has got himself a new toy. He's into this electronic stuff worse than an 8-year-old. I mean, he really is.
Well, we had a little transfer of equipment issue, and so anyway, bear with us. We'll get through it. We've got games all over the place. We got people calling and texting and sending stuff and emailing stuff, but we got a big game tonight, Michael.
Yeah, looking forward to it as well, and lots of folks already joining us on the Facebook page. Holly Fight and Fran Lively are there. Jennifer Reisner says, hey, we can hear you, Michael. That's always a good thing. Janice Reynolds on her way. Tammy Cartwright, Papa and Nana are watching. Carlos Martinez Peralta, go Tigers. Love my number 4, Ian Martinez. Alexis Brooke Allen, let's go Tigers, number 11 and number 66. Paula Little Powers and Billy Murphy has joined us. Hello, Billy. Let's go to the sideline and the Star Spangled Banner. Boy, that is so good. That's the Mangum Band with a Star Spangled Banner in anticipation of our ball game tonight between Walters and Mangum. Chad Fox, there's so much going on here this city. We've got helicopters, we've got the band, we've got we've got popcorn, and also it struck me as a tradition started about 3 years ago, where the townspeople caravan to the Liberty Bowl. And we've got horns honking and sirens and everything else. And as I was listening to that come into the Liberty Bowl, a thought came to me, especially this time of the year. And so if I said to you Napoleon the 14th, you would know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
They're coming to take me away. Ha without a doubt. I mean, that is some quality stuff there. So.
Yeah.
Oh, glad our good friend Billy Murphy has joined us. Billy, one of those Altus merchants, now out in Tulsa, and he's playing. Hey, you got a cool deal. I mean, he's still young enough where he's playing some sandlot ball on the weekends, gets to play there at the minor league stadium in Tulsa, and his 2 boys actually had a chance to play with him recently. So it's good stuff. Billy, glad everything's going well for you and the family. Emma Smith says, let's go Jake Green, number 55. One of the big uglies up front. Going to have to get it done tonight in this ball game against Walters. As we mentioned, Blue Devils coming in with an unblemished record. They are 4-0 on the year. Mangum 2-2, 0-1 inside district play, and 1-0 is Walters inside the district. And speaking of the district, Chad talked about it. We've got football games going on all over the place this evening. Cordell is at home tonight looking for their first district win, first win of the year. They are entertaining Carnegie. That game along the Fox Radio Network. You'll find it on, I'll get it right this week, 106.9 The Zone, 107 The Zone. Also, we will find along the airwaves Hobart entertaining Apache. That ball game on 1420 KTJS.
We saw how good Apache was last week.
And you can also find them on the FM station, 102.7, correct, on the FM?
102.1.
0.1, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So that along the Fox Radio Network. And then the other district bowl game tonight, Snyder is entertaining Empire down the road at Snyder. Also on the schedule this evening, the Cowboys of Ryan are at Tipton to take on the Tigers in a C2 matchup. Our good friend Jeff Coakley and his Mountain View Godibo Tigers will entertain Corn Bible Academy. That's a C2 matchup. Also an 8-man play. Hollis idle this evening, and the Tigers really making noise in Class B. Trent Shelby got things going on there with Brody at quarterback, and that's a good football team. And we look forward. They play Shattuck in about 4 weeks on a Thursday night, and I believe I'm going to have a chance to go over and catch that ball game.
That's good.
So we're looking forward to that. 2A3 matchup tonight. The Bombers of Frederick taking on Little Axe in 4A1 play. How about this? it's always been a rivalry. Now there's two teams that are really good, Clinton and Elk City.
Yes.
They play at Elk City. That is going to be a barn burner there.
It really is. And Coach Maynard is he's a former Bearcat.
Yeah.
He finished his high school at Davis for the Davis Wolves. But, yeah, Rod Maynard's son, Zach, is the head coach. And Woody Ruff no, not Woody.
No, not Woody.
I just lost his name.
I did too.
Long-time Clinton coach.
You caught me there with Woody Roof. It'd be something if Woody come back.
Well, Woody he comes back to Weatherford every couple of years. But
Woody likes the idea that he's still coaching. He's glad that you threw that in there for him. But Coach Roof, doing a great job up there.
Yeah, Zach Maynard, head coach now. And anyway, that's going to be huge. Clinton has ran that corridor for a long time, but it's nice to see Weatherford and Elk City really, really good. So, that'll be good.
You mentioned Weatherford. They will be on the road tonight, or actually at home tonight, entertaining Woodward. Also in 4A1 play, Cash will be at Southeast. And in 5A1, Ounces looking for the first victory of the year, and it's going to be a tall task. They travel to Cameron to take on, let me tell you about Lawton Mack. And in 6A1 play, Bixby, they've won 53 games in a row. See if they can make it 54 tonight, as they will take on Southmore in a 6A matchup. Leanna Kaufman says, Nana is watching you, number 80. Go Tigers. David Henry says, let's go Tigers. And Jennifer Reisner says, let's go Tigers. Her son Jackson, one of the captains here this evening for Mangum, along with Aiden Warner, Nathan Augustine, and the final member of that foursome is Jake Green.
Little scouting tip. Scott did let us know earlier that Nate, he says, is going to be playing outside linebacker tonight, covering number 32. Their best player, he says, trying to. Scott says, at least try to slow him down, and I guess he's been the go-to guy for the Walters Blue Devils. So anyway, little position change, get Nate out there. And Walters, a very good team. You said undefeated. Maybe the schedule not as tough, but still got a ton of confidence.
Ryder Hansen, by the way, number 32 in the program, for those of you who are scoring along at home. And I'll leave it right there.
I'm sorry, my fault.
No, I love it. It's good stuff. By the way, the flag's being brought in. We got the big paddle stick tonight. Somebody go take a whooping with that thing. Just make sure they're over 18, so I don't have to call in a referral to the hotline. Carrying the whooping stick was Landon Hutton, and carrying one of our flags, Cooper Earls, and the other one by Jackson Reiser. A couple of minutes away from kickoff. Got a dandy coming up. Walters and Mangum from the Liberty Bowl. Excitement reigns. Come on back and join us on Classic Hits 97.7.
Bexar County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
I don't know about Chad, but I will tell you, after a day of conducting meetings while I was on the road traveling to and from Atlanta, 4 of them all told, then doing the 2 ball games, traveling 332 miles, I checked it. I slept 8 hours and 19 minutes last night.
And that is a record, folks.
That is an all-time record. There may be 3 days that go by that I don't sleep 8 hours and 19 minutes total. And by the way, congratulations to the Lady Tigers and Brian Bingham on a great season. It came to an end sooner than they had wanted it to, but it was a great campaign, great kids. There are a few seniors that will be leaving, but that is a young ball club, and they have the potential to be awfully good for the next couple of years. David Henry says Renee Rodriguez is in the house, and let's go Tigers. So Mangum set to kick it away as our main man, Pasquale Biatonde, set to kick the football. Here on the near side for this group from Walters, you'll find Corbin Good.
He's got to be the ladies' man if he can talk French.
I He's just Rico Suave. I don't care. That's
Yeah,
just
that's right.
if you're a kicker and you're from a foreign country, you bet you got it going on. So Pasquale set to kick the football away, left to right on your listening and/or viewing device, and we are underway. A little pooch kick here on the near side, and we'll get a stoppage of play right away. Fielding the football down below us was Corbin Good, but I believe we're going to get off sides called against Mangum, and that will be the call. By the way, one of our officials tonight, our good friend David Tucker. David up here, visiting with us prior to tonight's contest. David, name you might know from the Bar S family. He's in charge of that great organization. David, a long time. Played a little softball with him. He never elevated, though, to the Altus Merchants. He played on the farm team, the First Methodist Church team. So that was our farm club, First Methodist Church team. And David was able to play on that. He's going to give me for that. Probably throw a flag on me. So Pasquale will have to kick it again. And again, here on the near side, it's Corbin Good. Good expecting the football. Let's see what Pasquale does here. He'll bang it deep. Good, feels it. No, goes over his head. Picked up on the fly at about the 14-yard line, 20, 25. And stepping out of bounds at about the 32-yard line will be B.J. Palmer. So good position on the field for Walters to get underway here. I want to say hi to Hayden Harris, who's checked in to the ball game tonight from the Liberty Bowl. We are just underway on Classic Hits 97.7. I looked at the clock, and apparently B.J. Palmer's so fast, no time came off the clock, even though he returned the football about 20 yards. So Walters will have it 1st and 10 at their own, we'll call it the 33-yard line. And Mangum has had trouble the last couple of weeks against the run. Let's see what Walters does here. Coleman underneath center, turns, going to keep it on the option, and he'll take it out to the 39-yard line. Coleman picks up 5 on the carry. Good read that time as the end crashed down, so he held on to the football and got the yardage. 2nd down and 5, coming down to make the play for Mangum. It looked like Colby Cagg. Was that Cagg in there? Some of those numbers a little bit, this time of the night, a little bit hard to see that orange on gray if the kids aren't standing just right. The old eyeglasses not picking it up. About time to go see Dr. Geiger again. And I'll take a number when I go there, and then it'll be a Geiger counter. All right, 2nd down and 5. They'll send Palmer in motion. Coleman going to hand it off on the right side across the 45, 46, and 47-yard line. Will go the bruising tailback, Caden Griffin. He'll pick up the 1st down. Griffin takes it all the way out to the 47. It'll be a 1st down from there. In on the stop, Ashton Pride got some help as well from Nick Lavoie, but they moved the 6 after 2 running plays. And again, this has kind of been the formula against Mangum the last couple of ball games, running the football right at them. Tracy Smith, one of those Altus Merchant softball players from years gone by, has joined us. Tracy, of course, is the brother-in-law to Tommy Pride, one of our coaches here. Carson Coleman going to keep it. This time he gets bottled up. Good job defensively by Mangum as they will shut that one down before it ever gets underway. Initial hit, J.J. Wooten, and then the linebackers came in to fill. Gain of maybe 1.5 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down. We'll call it a short 9, long 8. As the ball sets just on the south side of the 50-yard line. So when we go on the road, can we take the band with us and get them under, have them, because that just adds to it. I mean, this is great.
Yep. Awesome.
Go to Rush Springs, and we don't have that band sound. Last week at Apache, same thing. We're going to go take him to Hobart with us next week. 2nd down and 9. Coleman turns, hands it off to the big fullback. He'll pound his way down to the 46-yard line. On the carry there, Caden Griffin. Stopped on the play by Mangum's Trey Williams. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3, a little longer than 3. Line to make for a 1st down to 42. Ball setting just outside the 45-yard line. Pleasure to have you alongside tonight on Classic Hits 97.7 on OKSports.tv and also on the Facebook page. Always great, delightful, lovely, delicious. Oh, sell my clothes, I'm going to heaven to hear from you during the broadcast. So here we go, 3rd down and about 3.5. Coleman underneath center. They'll send Palmer in motion. They'll toss at him on the right side. Cuts it back up. Has the first down of more. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He gone. Touchdown. Touchdown from about 45 yards out for the tailback, B.J. Palmer. Palmer cut the corner, and when he did, it was time to set sail down the far sideline. Palmer scoring, and he'll make it a 6-0 ball game with the extra point or 2-point conversion on the way. In the first 4 weeks or so, we have seen nothing but 2-point conversions. Coleman on the swinging gate, nobody out there covering him, and he gets there easily for the 2-point conversion. So with 9:07 left in the first, Walters goes the length of the field. They score, get 2 on the 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0. Classic Hits 97.7.
Does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
20 fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, "You shouldn't have," but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Well, Walters coming out and punching Mangum right in the mouth, and now we'll see how the Tigers respond as they get off the collective mat, trailing 8-0 with 9:07 left in quarter number 1. Everything that Walters did was on the ground, and just one stop that was for a short gain. Everything else was of the positive variety for the Blue Devils. So see what Mangum does with the football, and they don't mind being in high-scoring affairs. Short kick here on the near side, fielded at about the 20-yard line by the upback. And Martinez will take it out to the 29-yard line. Nice return there for Braylon. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They've got it at their own 29, and they will go to work for the first time tonight on the offensive side of the football. I want to say hi to Shayla Willis, who has joined us tonight. Shayla, good to have you alongside. Boy, it is a picturesque evening. About 84 degrees at kickoff time. Aiden Warner from the pistol formation. Pride in the backfield with him. They'll send Martinez in motion. Aiden wants to throw. Little slip screen here on the near side. 32, 33, and 34-yard line. Penalty flag will fly late. Now we're going to get a personal foul at the end of this one as well. Making the catch in the positive yardage for Mangum was Mason Parker. Yeah, we got a late hit on quarterback Aiden Warner. Through that little slip screen. And somebody teed off on him. So Mangum will pick up positive yardage and get 15 free yards tacked on because of the personal foul. They'll take the football across the 45 and all the way out to the almost the 49-yard line. So you like that for Mangum. 1st and 10 from there. So positive yardage on the screen and then additional on the personal foul. Handoff now, Pride. Ashton will pop to the outside, out on the left side, and get it across the midfield stripe to about the 48, giving 3 on the carry. 2nd down and 7, making the stop for the Blue Devils. Nathan Thurman. Also got some help from Coleman. So 2nd down and 7, ball, they call it the 48 of Walters. Blue Devils on top, 8-0. Mangum with the ball for the first time tonight. 8:20 left in quarter number 1. Send a man of motion here on the near side. That's Rogers. They'll hand it off to Pride, and he's got room. Ashton inside the 40, still on his feet, and down to about the 36-yard line. Ashton Pride running hard out on that left side. And Mangum now going to go tempo. Pride goes to the bench, and Nick Lavoie will bring the play in from the sidelines. Twin wide receivers here on the near side for the Tigers. Now they'll put a man in slot, and that is Lavoie. So 3 here on the near side. Meantime, Avery Rogers at that wing position. 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Avery, and Avery trying to turn the corner, and he'll get tackled right at the line of scrimmage, trying to break the shirt tail tackle that time. The linebacker, Nathan Thurman, he did, but there to clean up the play for the Blue Devils was Caden Griffin. That play had some potential there, but the penetration by Walters made Rogers take a deeper angle than he wanted to and gave the defense time there to close. So 2nd down and 10 from the pistol. Pride back in there. Nope, that's Lavoie, and Nick going to take it right up the middle of the field inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. Met right there by linebacker Nathan Thurman, who has already been on a bunch of tackles in the early going. So gain of 2, and they'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. I know it says 2nd down on the down marker across the way, but it is 3rd down and 8. Obviously, you're in 4-down territory if you are Sam Powers. And again, they'll go with 3 wide receivers here on the near side. Martinez up top by himself. Little pass here in the flat, and it got tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. It was intended for Rogers. Guess who tipped it away? Yeah, Nathan Thurman. Thurman has been there in the early going on the defensive side for Walters. Stops the clock with 6:41 left in the first. 8-0 ball game. 4th down and 8, and it is 4-down territory for Mangum. See what they do here. 2 wide receivers to the left. Pride in the backfield with Warner. They'll fake the handoff to him. Now throw across the middle. Ball going to be picked off, and that's going back the other way. Look out, Corbin Good down the far sideline. Good at the 40, still on his feet. Hit it about the 35. This one will come back. We've got one of those penalties that just absolutely drives coaches crazy. Good was well past the point where somebody blocked in the back for Walters. Penalty flag all the way back here at about the 37-yard line of Walters. Good took it to the 35 of Mangum, but it is going to come back. It was a post-possession foul, that block in the back. And so they'll mark it off from about the 37. That the pass got tipped, and that's why Good was able to pick it off. Some penetration there. Penetration on that defensive side, a defensive line, and somebody got their paw up, tipped that football. So after it all unfolds, Walters will have the football following the turnover. They've got it at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Their own 27 after having it deep in Mangum territory. So if that defense can stiffen here a little bit for Mangum. So 1st and 10, they go to work. Coleman underneath center. Palmer in motion. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and he'll blast his way across the 30 out to about the 32. Caden Griffin picking up positive yardage, and a host of Mangum tacklers in there. And as big as Griffin is, you need a host of tacklers. Ashton Pride leading the way. Avery Rogers was there too. Gain of 4, almost 5. 2nd down, we'll call it a short 5, long 6. And again, nothing through the air so far for the Blue Devils. 5:50 left in the first quarter of play. They lead 8-0. Again, Palmer in motion. They'll hand it off to the fullback, and he'll just push the pile across the 35 out to about the 36. Caden Griffin makes it a 3rd down and about a yard for Walters. And again, just all kinds of bodies in there, but you've got to have those bodies. Griffin, just a big kid. Third down and 1. We have Superfan here tonight.
Every team needs one.
So 3rd down and 1. And Palmer will fake the handoff to him, and across the 40 out to the 42 will be Coleman. And Carson will pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks. 1st and 10, Blue Devils keep the drive alive out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. He may have met his match, though. Jennifer Warner down there. Hey, he may have met his match. That's all I'm going to say.
Give him a run for his money.
she may be down there just to do that as well. So 1st and 10. Here we go. Walters with the football at their own 42 and leading 8-0. Late pitch to Palmer. hemmed in. Good job out on the edge by Ashton Pride, who will make the stop after a 1-yard gain, and he made the stop even though he was being held. Great play by Pride. Came straight up the field and cut off the edge. Got away from the hold and made the tackle. See if Mangum accepts the penalty. It officially is a block in the back. And I think Mangum is going to take it. It'll move it back. It's a spot foul. So this will bring the football back to about the 32-yard line. The line to make actually for a first down is the 48 of Mangum. 4:30 left here in this first quarter of play. Nice gentle breeze blowing out of the south and southeast. If only it had a little moisture to go along with it. Coleman underneath center, single back look, tight formation. He'll hand it off. No, going to keep it himself across the 35-40. Still on his feet at the 45 and drags tacklers all the way to the 50-yard line. Nice run by Carson Coleman that time. They had him bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and Coleman refused to go down. Finally, Nate Augustine made the tackle, but not before Coleman sets up a second down and about a yard. Trying to make the 49 of Mangum. And Coleman took it to the 50. Great sleight of hand there. It looked like he was going to hand it off to Palmer, but instead kept the football. Got hit as he got to the line of scrimmage and then bolted through a hole. Wonder if they'll hand the football off here to Caden Griffin. Nope, Coleman going to keep it himself and take it down to the 45 for a first down. So first down carry for Coleman to the 45 of Mangum. Ashton Pride in on the stop, but again, not before the first down is picked up. So it'll be first and 10, 3:25 and running in the first quarter of play. Walters on top 8-0, and the football in their hands. Play getting in from the sidelines a little bit late. Coach Chuck Terry. This club got to hurry it up a little bit. No play clocks here at Mangum, so you've got to find that back judge, and he's getting ready to start counting it down from 10. Palmer in motion. Coleman keeps it. Late pitch. Palmer bobbled it. Came right back into his hands. And he made something positive out of a negative. Picked up 4. Took it down to the 41-yard line. It'll be second down and 6 from there. Boy, that looked like, as Leonard Skinner once sang, the break that we were looking for. As that ball was on the turf, but it popped right back into Palmer's hands. Second down and a long 6, short 5. Or I think it's supposed to be a long 5, short 6. Maybe I should ask Superfan about that.
He had his coffee and donuts early today.
Oh, my goodness, and all day long, apparently. Handed off, and a good job at that time on the penetration by Pride, as he will wrap up the tailback in the backfield. Ashton in on the stop, got help as well from, I think that's Jake Green, and it is. And again, I don't know about you, but I'm struggling to see the numbers right now. That orange is really blending in with that gray.
Yeah, it really is.
But it was Jake Green on the stop. Good job by Green that time as he grabbed the fullback, Caden Griffin, in the backfield.
Watched the Bengals last night. I said, that Mangum Tiger helmets.
Yeah.
How about that?
That was the game I was going to watch and fell asleep. Hello to Pam Simmons, who's joined us this evening. Pam, good to have you alongside, kiddo. Third down and 5. Walters, a quick start there, and no penalty flag. It looked like the tailback was moving earlier. Good job of bottling up Coleman that time. He didn't get to the first down marker. It'll set up a 4th down and about 2. And again, Jake Green there getting help as well from Cooper Earls. So Cooper coming up from the linebacker position to make the play. So that set up a 4th down and about 2. Big test here for the Mangum defense. 1:05 and running here in the first quarter of play. They trail 8-0. They have had the football the majority of this first quarter of play. 4th down now, 4th and 2. Coleman sends Palmer in motion. They'll toss it to Palmer. Tries to turn the corner. Does, and he'll pick up the first down. Run out of bounds inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. Palmer just too quick to that edge, and he'll pick up the first down. Sherry Shepard Kendall said it's hard to see on television as well. They're good-looking uniforms. It's just from our vantage point. A little hard to make out some numbers. So they move to 6, does Walters. 42 seconds left in the first quarter of play, leading 8-0. They have it at the Mangum 30.5-yard line. Palmer in motion. Coleman wants to pass, does. Sends it deep into the end zone. Ball going to be caught. Touchdown. Corbin Good. But not so fast, my friend. There's a penalty flag back here at about the 32-yard line in the area of holding. White hat comes to us and says, holding. Walters wave off the touchdown. Give credit to Coleman and Good. I mean, he dropped it right in the old basket. Good made the catch in the end zone. But the holding penalty will wipe it out and move the football back to the 40.5-yard line. 34 seconds left in quarter number 1. First quarter, as always, exciting, fun, and full of jocularity. And we're enjoying it. Hope you are as well. They wind the clock. 25 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. First throw of the night is wiped out because of the penalty. Go back to the ground and pitch it. And again, the ball on the turf and still free. Nobody's got it now. Mangum will recover it. Ill-advised pitch that time by Coleman, and Nathan Augustine will come away with the football. So earlier in the sequence, ball on the turf, Walters able to recover, not that time. And with 6 seconds left in quarter number 1, Mangum will get the football back. So 1st and 10. Mangum, final play of quarter number 1. Pride, jet sweep near side. Ashton down to the 45-yard line. He'll get 4 on the play, and that'll be the final play of quarter number 1. So a quarter dominated by Walters. They lead it 8-0, but Mangum right there. 8-0 at the end of 1. We're back to the Liberty Bowl after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Fans, this is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, second quarter set to unfold here. Mangum, second down and about 5, a little over 5. Line to make the 39.5-yard line. Brody Smith has joined us. Hello, Brody. Good to have you alongside, buddy. From over there at Cash. First play of quarter number 2. About to unfold. Mangum trailing 8-0. And they'll throw it across the middle. Augustine makes the catch. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! A little pitch and catch to begin quarter number 2, and it results in 6 for the Tigers. And we have seen that play run successfully numerous times this year. And a great job by Warner to let Augustine clear, find that seam in the middle. And a touchdown from 45 yards away. Biatonde on to try the extra point. And Pasquale try to make it an 8-7 ball game. Snap is good, hold is true. Kick is on its way, and it is up, and it is good. So with 11:51 left in the first half of play, Mangum strikes. It's an 8-7 ball game, and we're Classic Hits 97.7.
J&P Mexican Cafe is known for great tasty Mexican and American food. J&P is open Tuesday through Saturdays for lunch and dinner, offering selections from a large menu. Delicious Mexican food served fast in the dining room or ordered for takeout. J&P Mexican Cafe will please your palate every time. On the corner of the square in Mangum, call 706-5042. That's 706-5042.
Nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
Well, except for that week, number 4 loss to Apache, we have seen big plays all season long from Mangum, and big one right there. Pitch and catch of 45 yards, and Jennifer Reisner says, let's go, Nate, as he made the catch from Aiden Warner. Dave McCook checking in, and we thought about Dave. He tells us that go Tigers, first of all, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He said the hurricane just rolled out. Thank goodness, lots of rain, but not much damage. So there you go. We thought about Hurricane Ian as it made landfall twice. I mean, that a monster hurricane battered Florida and then set sail and pounded South Carolina. But again, mostly just rain. Shauna Hoppen Palmer. Woohoo, let's go. There's a kick down the far sideline, and on the return, coming here on the near sideline, Palmer tried to turn the corner, got the 20, 25, 30, 35, and knocked out of bounds at about the 37, 38-yard line. Coming all the way across the football field to make the play was Mason Parker. Boy, Parker came a long way to make that play. Leona Kaufman says, great job, Nate. Paula Little Powers, happy about that. Welcome back, Billy Murphy. Second quarter, by the way, brought to us by our good friends over there. At First National Bank and Trust Company. Oh, this gentleman, I tell you what.
Get him a Mountain Dew.
Oh, man, I'm probably the same age. And I thought I had a lot of energy. Good nuts. 11:41 left in the first half of play. 8-7 ball game. Walters with the football for the third time tonight. Having it at their own 37. Coleman underneath center. He'll send a man in motion and go with a late pitch. And again, the football on the ground. And I think getting on it will be Mangum, and it is! Tigers get on the football. Back-to-back fumbles in consecutive offensive plays. And the Tigers are back in business. Looked like on the bottom of the pile may have been J.J. Wooten. Given his body language, I think it was J.J. So Mangum will get it in great field position now. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line of Walters. Warner from the shotgun, rolling near side with time, now flushed, wants to run. Has the 25, cuts inside and goes down to the 20-yard line. Great run by Aiden Warner. That's some improvisation there, Holmes. That's backyard stuff. You use the doghouse and the tree to give you some room to run. Second down and about a yard after the 9-yard run by Aiden Warner. In the backfield, Pride. Trying to get Walters to jump into the neutral zone. They won't bite. 10:55 left in the first half of play. Now a man in motion. That's Augustine. Now they had 2 in motion. No penalty play on the call. Ashton Pride trying to break tackles, not going to get it done as he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage back at the 23-yard line. Mangum got away with one there. They had Augustine in motion, and it looked like going in motion simultaneously was Cooper Earls. Mangum, though, loses 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4. Oh, actually a loss of 3. Warner rolling near side, goes to Augustine. He's got the first down. Stiff arm takes him down to the 15-yard line. Open field tackle turned in by John Freeman but not before the first down is picked up by Augustine. So Augustine, a couple of great catches, one that resulted in a touchdown, another that gives him a first down. And what a great security blanket Nate Augustine is for Aiden Warner. They just kind of shadow one another on that play. And a long handoff, if you will, results in the first down. So 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line, and we'll get some movement. Walters pointing at Mangum, and it will be illegal procedure called or a false start called on the Tigers, so that'll back them up 5. Well, you hate penalties, but my gosh, when they come inside the red zone, those are the kinds that make young coaches like Coach Powers, his hair turns a little bit gray. So 1st and 15 now for Mangum. Warner hands the football off to Pride, and Ashton pushes the pile down to about the 16-yard line, turned back there. So Ashton will pick up 3, maybe 4 on the play. Second down, we'll call it 11. And on the stop for Walters, B.J. Palmer. Palmer, a long touchdown run on the offensive side of the field. Got the lone touchdown for Walters back in quarter number 1. Second down, and we'll call it 11.5 for Mangum. Warner fakes the handoff to Pride, goes across the middle, and the ball just off the fingertips of Mr. Martinez. Braylon had a step on the defender as he came down the seam on the post pattern. Couldn't hold on to the football, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and about 11. But again here, ball at the 17-yard line of Walters. This obviously is 4-down territory. I say that. Coach may decide to kick a field goal. So 3rd down at about 11. They'll change the play with 9:11 left in the first half of play, down by a point, 8-7. Warner with time, throws, corner of the end zone. Ball going to be picked off. Coming back the other way to the 10, 15, 20, and knocked out of bounds at about the 22-yard line will be Corbin Good. So that ball forced into double coverage, and it results in a turnover. Interception turned in there by Good. His second of the night. The first one didn't. Well, actually, it is his second of the night. The first one had a penalty that brought it back several yards after he made the play. Jill Travis Nippert has joined us. Hello, Jill. Good to have you alongside. So the second interception of the night stops the drive with 9:01 left in the first half of play. And the football back into the hands now of the Blue Devils. They have it at their own 21. Coleman back underneath center. They'll send a man in motion, then it's Freeman. They'll hand it off to Freeman, and Freeman across the 30 out to the 32, 33-yard line before anybody put a hat on him. That's a quick burst there for Freeman. Ashton Pride finally made the stop, and also coming up to make the play from the secondary was Aiden Warner. Boy, again, 10 yards down the field before anybody lays a glove on the back. So 1st and 10 now at the 34. Freeman again in motion. Coleman going to keep it himself, breaks a couple of tackles, has the 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. We look back up the field and see no laundry on the field, and Carson Coleman has gone 66 yards for the second score of the night and has given his club the lead, and 14-7 with the extra point on the way. Coleman showed good speed there. It looked like a couple of Tiger tacklers might be able to track him down from behind, but that was not the case. And again, they'll go with a swinging gate formation. Coleman rolling near side. Nobody picks him up, and he'll go into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So Carson Coleman, for the second time, the 2-point conversion from the swinging gate formation. And with 8:25 left of the half, Walters on top, 16-7. We're back to the Liberty Bowl after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
You can rely for top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation. You can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130. Locally owned. Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
.8:25 left in the first half of play. Mangum down trailing by a score of 16-7. Second quarter brought to us by First National Bank and Trust Company. By the way, Chad and I tipping our collective cap to Stephanie Wall, the high school principal at Mangum. As she made sure that we've got a light bulb in here tonight. And I know what you're thinking. Barnes, you need all the help when it comes to bulbs that you can get because you're not the brightest in the box. Oh, my goodness. Courtney Parker has joined us. Hello, Courtney. Good to have you alongside, my friend. How's the new toy working out, bub?
Try to keep it out of the ditch, brother.
Oh, here's the kickoff. Going to be returned by Mangum out to the 32-yard line. A little short kick. They'll get pretty good field position on the return. 1st and 10. They go to work now with 8:18 left in the first half of play. You know, Mangum able to respond after that first score by Walters and recovered a fumble deep in Blue Devil territory. Had a chance to take the lead and threw the football away, turned it back over, and so now Walters up 16-7. Warner from the pistol. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. He fakes the handoff, goes across the middle. Martinez bobbles the ball and can't hold on. Second time that he's had Braylon open across the middle, and the pass just a bit too tall for Martinez. 2nd down and 10. That ball tipped and kind of hung in the air for a while, Chad Fox.
Yeah, it did, and that's a little bit different. You know, when you're going to Nate, who's got some few inches there on Martinez, just have to adjust a bit. Mangum needs a time-consuming drive.
Anthony Allen in the slot here on the near side. 2nd down and 10. Tigers with the football. They'll send a man in motion. That's Rogers. Fake the ball to him. And now they will hand it off and get a penalty flag that will fly. And this one may come back. A lot of bodies going in different directions. I think Augustine actually wound up with a football. I think we're going to get either of the. Oh, no. I'm going to mark this off against Walters. Apparently got a face mask in there. Yep. Normally when you're in that scrum like that, you're thinking probably blocking the back or holding, but it was a face mask. So Mangum, the benefactor of 15 free yards, all the way out to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Well, welcome Terry Williams into the broadcast booth. 1st and 10 now, 7:55 left in the first half of play. They'll hand the ball off to Lavoie, and boy, Nick got pounded in the backfield. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage before he got thundered. Clay Graham in on the stop. Loss of a couple on the play. 2nd down and a dozen. A big-time penetration there. Wow. And boy, as a running back, that's just you take the handoff and you got nowhere to go. You just get belted. As soon as you take the handoff, that's just frustrating. So 2nd down and a dozen. Allen in motion. He'll go to the far side. Aiden wants to throw, does, out in the flat to Lavoie, and Walters smells that one out very quickly. Lavoie did a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and a dozen. B.J. Palmer missed the tackle and would have cost Mangum about 8 or 9 yards. Great job by Lavoie just, to, as I said, to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and a dozen here. Clock running, 6:45 left in the half. Empty backfield now for Warner. Hoppengardner giving the offensive line signals. Aiden drops back, now pressured, flushed from the pocket, wants to run, and he'll get it to the 49-yard line of Walters. That is well short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 9. And at this position in the field, I believe, and he will, Coach Powers will send in the punting unit. Aiden quickly ascertained there wasn't going to be anybody open, and he just ran up the middle of the field to get as much as he could. So 4th down and 9, Pride in punt formation. Martinez out on the field and take Allen out. B.J. Palmer back to receive the punt. Got him set up at about his own 20-yard line. Ball bobbled by Palmer. He'll pick it up and get tackled after about a yard. Boy, I tell you what, Walters has had some butterfingers here this evening. And lucky to get that football back. Racing down there to help out on the tackle for Mangum.
They always get stuck in your teeth.
This is Aiden Morrison. Well, that's because of the peanut butter. So Shauna, Keg, Palmer, Mimi, and Papa are watching. Good to have you alongside.
We got somebody's Papa out here. Mimi said she wasn't coming to the game with him.
Yeah. Mimi might be here, but she's sitting all the way on the other end of the stadium. First and 10 now for Walters. They lead it 16-7. Quick hitter inside. Good job on the penetration of the defensive line that time as they stand up the fullback right in the hole. That time Griffin couldn't get it underway, and you get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Second down and 10. Good job by the big fellas up front making the play there. So second down and 10. 5:15 left to the first half of play. Walters has gone upstairs, one time. They got a touchdown out of the play, but it was called off because of a penalty. And now they're going to take a timeout. Let the play clock run all the way down. Game clock at 5 minutes. Timeout going to be taken here. We'll take one as well. 5 minutes, actually 4:59 left in the first half of play. 16-7. Mangum trailing Walters on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Castle Insurance Agency is pleased to announce that we have combined with Wichita Insurance of Mangum and Altus effective January 1st, providing the best service, wide range of products, and companies to our insureds has been and continues to be our primary mission. Our insureds will now have access to 7 agents with 100 years of combined insurance experience and 3 convenient office locations. Mangum locations are at 122 South Pennsylvania and at 131 South Oklahoma, and in Altus at 1200 North Grady Street.
American farmers and ranchers proudly serve cities and towns throughout rural Oklahoma. We're your neighbors and part of the communities. We're proud of our schools, youth, and communities, and that's why we're investing in rural Oklahoma. Wichita Insurance and AFR want to be your agent and insurance company. So call 580-301-6352 today and let us help you protect your farm and ranch operations, autos, and home. 4:59 left in the first half of play. Second down and 10. Walters out of the timeout, leading 16-7. And the football on their own 19-yard line. Going to send a man in motion. Toss sweep, left side. Good job by Mangum to string that one out. And a short gain there on the toss sweep. That was Ian Good. Aiden Warner in on the stop for Mangum. Looked like Cooper Earls was there as well. So a gain of 4, maybe 5 on the play, and we'll give him 4. That'll bring up a third down and 5. 4:30 left in the first half of play. Mangum hold here and get a score going into halftime. It'd be great. Remember, the Tigers will get the football to begin the third quarter of play. Bunch formation. They do have one wide receiver split here on the near side. Keeping himself is Coleman, and Carson will not get the first down as he'll take it to the 26 and no more. So that'll bring up a 4th down and about 3. And again, a good job by the Big Uglies up front to get a stalemate along that line of scrimmage and let the linebackers, Cooper Earls, come and finish it off. So it'll be 4th down, and well, I don't know. Is Chuck Terry actually thinking about going for it?
Nah, I think he's going to call timeout.
Okay. 4th down and 3. Ball.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm trying to pull him off or something.
Ball at the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
And no, they're sending the punt team now.
Better hurry.
Carson Coleman set to punt. And there's the penalty flag. Yeah, Chad was saying you better watch that clock. And, of course, he's the master of clock keeping. So
They actually called it illegal substitution.
Is that what it was?
Gotcha.
So 5-yard mark off. And set to kick the football away will be Coleman. Ashton Pride back here at about his own 47-yard line. High snap. Coleman will go get it. Boots the ball away and wobbles in the nighttime air. Hits at the 50 and then backs up and going to be down at about the 47-yard line. Making the play there was Nathan Thurman. So Mangum will get it. Good field position. Plenty of time left in the first half of play. Trailing 16-7.
Gave up that home run ball, but I tell you what, Mangum, keep this right where it needs to be. I'm surprised Walters didn't try to extend a couple of those plays that worked, those long runs, but to Mangum's advantage.
3 wide receivers here on the near side from the pistol formation. Warner going to go in motion. He'll send Pride out here, and boy, Ashton gets hammered. Does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Loses back to the 48-yard line. Open field tackle, Ian Good. And again, talked about it earlier. You take a handoff, and as soon as you get it, you're getting clobbered, and well, you're making a catch out in the flat and getting whacked as well. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14, loss of 4 on the play. 2 wide receivers here on the near side, 3 up top. Empty backfield for Warner. Clock running here in the second. 2:35 left in the frame. Mangum going to change the play now. For something across the middle here. And there it is. You could see that one coming. Great pitch and catch again. The combination of Warner to Nathan Augustine. And Augustine will take it down to the 36. And that'll be good enough for a first down. They will stop the clock momentarily to move the sticks. But that was one you could see coming. And Augustine in the slot and one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, do it every time.
Yeah.
You don't have to adjust.
No, he beat his man easily. Warner again goes upstairs, this time to Pride. Ashton will make the catch inside the 30 and go down to the 27-yard line. Walters trying to tackle the football. Ashton will have none of it. So a gain of 8 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and long 1, short 2. Minute 50 left in the first half of play. Plenty of time for the Tigers. And a little dump pass here on the near side. And it's caught for a first down. So Mangum again will be the benefactor of the clock stopping while they move the chains. A minute 46 left in the first half of play. Now they'll wind it. Tigers with 3 timeouts remaining. Down by 16-7. 3 up top, 2 here on the near side. Warner by himself, wants to throw, flush from the pocket, breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet, turns the corner, has the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Great job by Aiden Warner. Talk about Houdini. I mean, he was put in the box. They were going to saw him in half, and he got away from the defense and picked up 8. 2nd down and 2. Wow.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, nice comparison. Minute 5 left in the first half of play. Pride in the backfield. He's in the pistol with Warner. They'll fake it to Ashton, and getting on the football is Aiden. Timeout going to be taken by Mangum. 54 seconds left in the half. They're on the march. 2nd down and a dozen. When you and I come back on Classic Hits 97.7.
Top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation. You can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Of ongoing legacy and tradition. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are so proud of the continued success of the Mangum Tigers on and off the field. Good luck on another exciting sports season, Tigers. Cattlemen's Bank is behind you all the way.
And back at the Liberty Bowl, 54 seconds left in the first half of play. Mangum trailing 16-7. They have the football at about the 16-yard line of Walters, facing a 3rd down and 4, and they have yet to run that little counter play where they hand it off to Pride and then coming back the other way, you go to Rogers. I kind of like the place on the field for that play, but They're not set up to do that. Rogers split to the far side. They'll fake it to Ashton. Now out in the flat, Martinez will make the catch, breaks a tackle, and then he gets rocked at the 15-yard line. Penalty on the play as well. Boy, Ian Good said, hello and goodbye.
Called a decleat. Holy cow.
So we got a penalty on Mangum as well on the play, and that will cost them some precious yardage. They'll get the down over. Yeah, that's one when you hit butt first, you know you've been hit hard.
God, how terrible was Tua's injury last night.
Well, and I did not have a chance to see it. I can say I decided
catching up
to go night-night, and we'll talk about that coming up at halftime. I still didn't have time to find it anywhere on any highlight, but I know it was pretty brutal. So Warner, empty backfield, wants to throw, does. He's got Chad, or Nathan rather. Wow, Chad really doing a good job there. Nathan makes the catch at the 16. That'll be shy of a first down, and the Tigers will take a timeout with 32 seconds left in the half. They've got 4th down and about 6, and we will keep it right here, Chad Fox.
Good.
You're talking about, I could tell. You're talking about Tua, and last night the Miami Dolphins playing Cincinnati Bengals, and I guess he took a ferocious hit in the ball game. Is that what happened?
Hit the back of his head. And the issue was that he had a concussion last week. They had a short week playing from Sunday to Thursday. He was cleared to play Thursday, and then that happened, and we're talking, his body froze up and hands were locked up, and I took him to the hospital. They said head and neck injuries, but he was cleared, actually flew back. It was at Cincinnati. They actually flew back down to Florida. But so hopefully he's okay, but there's going to be some heads roll somewhere. Somebody's going to get in some trouble. But
well, I know they talked on the injury on Sunday when he bounced off the turf, and NFLPA thought he came back too soon. They wanted an investigation, and allegedly it was an injury to his back and to his leg. It wasn't his head. And but the way he came off the field on Sunday, and then last night carted off, as you said, on a stretcher and not moving at the time. Warner, 4th and forever, and he's going to get hog-tied back at the 29-yard line. B.J. Palmer will sling Aiden to the turf, and Mangum will give it up on downs with 26 seconds left in the first half of play. Palmer blitzing from his linebacker position. Katie Bowen Carney, hello, kid. Good to have you alongside tonight. We will be in Hobart next Friday night. Look forward to that. See all of our Hobart friends. They both know who they are. Say hi to Lisa Wilson, who's checked in tonight. Lisa, good to have you alongside. See what Walters does here. Up 16-7. They've only got one timeout remaining. Actually, they've got 2. So they may take one shot, but Chad, the offense, the explosive offense that we've seen from them have been on 2 long runs.
Exactly.
It's not like they can throw it deep, and Coleman just going to take a knee, and the first half is going to come to an end. So period number 2 in the books, brought to us by First National Bank and Trust. And it's a 16-7 ball game as we go to the locker room. 16 on the board for Walters, 7 for Mangum. We're at the half, and we are Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
We say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
Invite you to Mangum's newest retail store, Dapper 14 Boutique. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Right now, all summer clothing is on sale and fall merchandise is here. We're on Facebook and at dapyr14.com. Visit us at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Come shop Dapper 14. You'll love it.
Successful, lasting solutions for treatment of snoring and sleep apnea can have plenty of bumps along the way. Hello, I am Dr. Dustin Lively, and together with the rest of my team, we can lend a valuable helping hand. If you have trouble with snoring or have had a sleep study and are struggling with your prescribed therapy, call us at Easy Sleep Solutions, 580-782-2027, or go to the letters EZSleepSolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Liberty Bowl. We're at the half. Mangum trailing 16-7. We'll get you some of the band here in just a little bit. But I want to first visit with Caitlin Huckabee, who has joined us in the broadcast booth. And Caitlin, first of all, remind me, how long ago was it you graduated?
I graduated in 2015.
Man, you're getting old.
Yeah.
So that means you graduated from college.
Yes, sir.
Northwestern Oklahoma State University up there at Alva.
Yes, sir.
So I've got to ask you, going from Mangum to Alva, I mean, wow. I mean, what was that like, that experience? I mean, because I know Alva, Woodward, that corridor quite well, and that's just different up there.
It's different, but it's a small town community like Mangum. My dad graduated up there, too.
Is that right? I did not know that.
Yeah, he played baseball up there.
Okay.
After I got done with school and got done with Western, my dad was like, sorry to tell you this, but you're going to go to Northwestern. I was like, all right, let's go. I'm good. But, yeah.
So you finished your degree. What did you get a degree in?
I got a bachelor's in health and sports science with a minor in sports psychology.
So you're applying that now.
Yep.
You're not like Michael Barnes, who gets a communications degree and winds up being a child welfare worker and does radio on the side. You're working for Kids Inc. And
yes, sir.
I mentioned the fact that I'm familiar with Woodward, lived there a couple of different occasions, and they've got the Kids Inc. program there in Woodward. And,
yes, sir.
And I really enjoyed being able to work with those folks and being a part of that. And now you're the part of it in Elk City. So tell me about that.
So Kids Inc., it's a nonprofit youth sports organization up in Elk City. We've been in there since 2015. We offer softball, baseball, basketball, flag football, and soccer. And now since they got this new $30 million athletic indoor facility, we just opened. We moved our office in there Wednesday. We're having a soft opening Monday, so that's gonna bring a lot more intel for basketball type stuff. And then we have the softball and baseball complexes. They're all turfs, 700,000 square feet turf. So they're nice facilities up there for sure.
So the starting quarterback for Walters is Caden Coleman, and his son, or I call him Caden, Carson Coleman, I'm sorry. Carson Coleman, his dad, Brian, and I, years ago, played softball at the complex there in Elk City that is now the complex that, and I mean, it is nothing.
Oh, no.
And Richard Carney played there too, by the way, yeah. And I mean, it is unbelievable, the facilities. And you guys draw people from all over. I've got friends that have sons and grandsons, daughters and granddaughters that play in leagues up there all the time.
I got some notes from, I can just tell you the summer numbers that we had. In softball, we had 719 girls, and then in baseball, just 923.
All right.
But that's during the summer. Fall was a little shorter because it's a shorter season, but definitely everybody that has my personal number from like Woodward, I had some people from Arnett call me like, hey, can we come? And I'm like, sure, come on down. It might be late nights for y'all, but hey, you're more than welcome to. But
well, and I think the great thing, and I know in talking to my friends who have like I said, have kiddos that play up there, is the facility itself. You know, you're getting to play on some of you know you're going to get to play. You don't really have to worry a lot about the weather and all that sort of thing. And you talked about the rain. I mean, even when it does rain, you're still able to play bowl games.
Oh, yeah. If it lightnings, we take a 15-minute pause, but we'll still play throughout rain. We had our end-of-season tournament last Saturday for softball, and it sprinkled here and there. It downpoured for maybe 10 minutes, and coaches were like, let's just play through it. It's rain. It's cooling these kids off, so it's nice. Sure.
So you mentioned all those youngsters, and it's not just Elk City, because you mentioned Arnett.
Yeah.
I've talked about Altus and everywhere in between.
Oh, yeah.
Drawing teams that come and play. I'm sure that there's teams from the Mangum area.
Oh,
that
yeah,
go up there
for sure.
play.
I've ran into a lot of Mangum people this last summer, and they were like, Caitlin, I thought you would, or as a lot of people know me as Huck, so they were like, I'm surprised you didn't go into sports. And I'm like, I love this a lot more because I like seeing kids' face light up when they finally realize, hey, we get to play sports. And it just eats my heart that seeing them want to play sports and keep that tradition alive just makes my heart even burst.
So living in Elk City makes it kind of nice and convenient.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad aren't too disappointed that the daughter's only about 30 miles away. That's a good thing.
Let me tell you, when I was in college, my dad learned how to FaceTime. So after he learned how to FaceTime, I think we FaceTime an hour each night.
Wow.
Now, my sister, we're all the opposite. My sister likes to barely talk on the phone, but my dad and mom definitely get phone calls every night.
So the burning question is, do you still bring laundry home on the weekends?
No, I do not. I know how to do my laundry. Before I went to school, they taught me how to do, but I love doing laundry. It's weird, but...
So the new facility that you talked about, tell me about that.
It's called the Arrowhead Center. It just the city owns it, but our offices are in it. It's kind of like the WAC in Wellington. It has 3 full-size basketball courts, a nice playground, a family room that they can have birthday parties in, and then an esports room also.
So talk to me a little bit about esports. You're one of those young people that understand this. This is becoming something that is huge. I think I saw somewhere Southwestern actually has an esports program there.
I don't know much about it. The only esports I know is the Wii, but when they brought it up, I was like, I'm all in for it, but it's sports, but I just don't know much about it. I know Southwestern and Northwestern have a program for it, but I'm willing to learn anything.
All right, so I'm guessing we're getting ready for basketball season?
Yes, we are wrapping up. I have to go back tonight to help set up the baseball fields. We have an end-of-season baseball tournament all day tomorrow. We have flag football in the morning, baseball all day, and then basketball starts in November.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So where do we play the flag football games?
We are playing flag football games on the practice football field in Elk City, right east of the big Elk Stadium.
Okay. So I got to ask you this, and my good friend Bryce Sellers, and you remember Bryce, I'm sure, from days of playing sports and him officiating.
Yep.
Put on Facebook, I think today or yesterday, wanted to know if there are people out there interested in being an official.
Oh.
How hard is it now for programs like Kids Inc. to find officials?
In the summer, it's easy because all the kids are done with sports and just finishing up school and stuff. But in the fall this year, it was extremely tough. I even myself had to go out there a couple times and call games because the umps that we did use in the summer, they're playing their school activities.
Right.
And then the coaches were extremely good working with us. Sometimes they didn't have an ump on the field, and they were like, we'll just pretend it's a scrimmage or something. But, yeah, it was extremely hard for
It's
sure.
a challenge, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad to hear that there are young people in the summer months out of school that are willing to do it. But I'm hoping that we're not burning those people out by some of our actions.
I hope not.
I know it's a balance.
Yeah.
What did you think of officiating?
Oh, it was the 2 teams I had. They knew me. One was from Elk City, one from Hollis. So all the Hollis people were like, "Oh, come on, Huck." But it was really good. They worked good with me, and I worked good with them. So it was good.
So I got to ask you this: somebody who doesn't do that on a regular basis, and I've worked with people your age and even a little bit younger. Sometimes they find themselves not really falling asleep in the game, but kind of getting caught up in the action and not remembering what their role is. Did you find that happening to you, especially since you knew the teams?
Not really. I just kind of put them to the side and was like, hey, I got to do my second job here. First job is kind of running the whole thing. Now, second job, I just have to call an even game for these teams. And I tell the umpires, like, hey, just be loud, assertive, and positive about what you're going to call, and then no one will yell at you. But no one yelled at me, so I was good with that.
Okay, so I've given up officiating, but so I have to correct you on one thing. I'm very loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very assertive.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been very positive, and they
Oh, yeah.
still yelled at me. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
We have those few coaches that we got to tell them, like, hey, they're kids, they're learning, you got to give them a little slack. But then there's some coaches like, I know, I need to cool it down a little bit, but yes, sir.
Have you had a chance to visit with Brian Bingham, the new softball coach and basketball coach?
I have not. I met Ashton McMahon, but she's always coached against me when I played. And
Okay.
I've always known her through that. But Coach Bingham, I've heard good things, but I never really have gotten to meet him yet.
Yeah, he's a delight. You'll want to
yeah.
you'll want to find him for sure. So somebody listening in, they've got a team, they want to get them in one of your leagues, or they want to officiate.
Yeah.
Get a hold of you.
Yep, they can get a hold of me at 580. Let me get my.
Gonna find your own. You don't even know your own phone number, do you?
No, we switched it. 580-374-4332, or they can go to our website, kidsinkelkcity.org.
Okay, let's say that again, because you know as well as I do that if you were doing something and you heard that, you wouldn't get it the first time.
Yeah. So you can go to our website at www.kidsinc.org, or just call us at 580-374-4332.
Really, you're a young person and you put the www on there?
I didn't do it.
Come on.
I didn't do it. It's our head office in Amarillo. That's all I got to say.
All right. Hometown girl done good, Caitlin Huckabee, or as she likes to be called, Huck, joining us, class of 2015. Second half going to unfold here shortly. What do the Tigers need to do to get back on the right side of this?
Oh, they just need to keep pushing through their defense. Their defense is pretty solid, but they just, as Joe Roscoe said, hit them hard. They're not your girlfriends out there.
So now we know who Superfan is.
Oh, yeah. That's
All right,
Joe Roscoe.
I was going to let you go, but now that you know who that is, we've got a minute or two to continue. Tell us a little bit about Superfan Joe Roscoe.
Oh, Joe Roscoe. You can always hear him at the ball games. That's his saying. If hit 'em hard, boys. That's not your girlfriends out there. He's been here since I think I was maybe a freshman, and him and his wife Mary, they're the sweetest people you'll ever meet in Mangum, and Joe is always at any ball game.
Are you kidding? Yeah, Chad and I talked about.
I did overhear him. He was talking to my grandma. She was like, "You weren't this loud last game," and he was like, "My wife was here. When my wife's here, I don't really say much, but when she's not here tonight, so you can definitely hear him for sure."
Well, and you know, all these games I've done over the years with Mangum, I don't know that I've ever seen or heard him.
Oh, yeah.
But boy, we're getting him front and center tonight.
Yes, sir.
So Joe Roscoe is super fan.
Yep.
Now we know.
And if you like fried fish, he's the man.
Fried fish?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he the man?
Catfish.
Really?
I don't know, something about it. He excels at it.
He's
for
the
sure.
best, huh?
Mhm.
All right. Well, maybe before the season's over, we'll get Joe Roscoe,
Hey.
super fan, up here.
Yes,
And
sir.
get some more of those sayings. Give us
Yep.
that saying one more time.
Hit 'em hard, boys. Those aren't your girlfriends out there.
Huck, we appreciate it, kiddo.
No problem.
Caitlin Huckabee from the class of 2015 in Mangum, working with Kids Inc. What a great organization that is. Second half on the way. Stick and stay. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
The road towards successful, lasting solutions for treatment of snoring and sleep apnea can have plenty of bumps along the way. Hello, I am Dr. Dustin Lively, and together with the rest of my team, we can lend a valuable helping hand. If you have trouble with snoring or have had a sleep study and are struggling with your prescribed therapy, call us at Easy Sleep Solutions, 580-782-2027, or go to the letters EZSleepSolutions.com.
All right, we're back. Chad and Michael and Chad. And
you deserve top billing.
No. We've had a couple of busy days. We've had coming from Latta. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, it was. It really was.
It's like 3 days ago. And again, I mentioned it briefly during the game yesterday, but thank you to all of our sponsors. we have covering Mangum sports and softball, fast pitch, slow pitch. We cover some baseball games and, of course, basketball season coming up next, but in football. But whenever we get to the playoffs, the Secondary School Activities Association charges a fee, nice pretty penny, for us to bring you the video because the association makes their money off the gate. And so when we do video, maybe it keeps some folks at home. They don't travel and pay to go to the game. So anyway, they charge us, and we couldn't do it without the great sponsors we have from Mangum, Michael.
Indeed, and that includes 333 Dental Care, who are going to sponsor our third quarter, Blair Tire and Feed, Cattleman's Bank of Mangum, Corey Kendall Law Office, Dapper 14 Boutique. By the way, I had a talk with Annalise, and she said, tell my husband I'm not yelling. Apparently he was listening one night while we were doing a game. He was on the tractor, and he called her and said, hey, Barnes is saying you're yelling out there. Settle down, sis.
Yeah, I think that was yesterday, Latta.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Dwayne's Auto, First National Bank and Trust of Mangum and Granite, Flowers Unlimited, Geiger Eye Care, and they sponsor my eyes as well. Great Plains Bank of Mangum, Greer County Farm Bureau, Greer Funeral Home and J&P Cafe, Jackson County Memorial Hospital, Jamie's Auto Sales, Jill Grauman, Remax Property Place, and we've known Jill for a long time, sold a house for us, and we appreciate Jill. Well, she does a great job. Mangum Brick Company, Mangum Golden Age Apartments, Mangum Tag Agency, good folks over at Quartzview Meat Company, The Loop Quick Stop, Triad Home Health, and Wichita Insurance, all proud to sponsor Mangum Sports on Classic Hits 97.7.
They're getting lined up. We're going to have a kickoff here.
Getting ready for the second half in just a moment. Timothy Kevin Lewis says, Hurricane Ian causing destruction in Mangum. And Zara Zachary has joined us tonight. We're back for the second half kickoff after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'd like to invite you to Mangum's newest retail store, Dapper 14 Boutique. We feature clothing and accessories in all sizes for all ages. Right now, all summer clothing is on sale and fall merchandise is here. We're on Facebook and at dapyr14.com. Visit us at 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Come shop Dapper 14. You'll love it.
Well, apparently we have a new award that I was unaware of, but again, I'm always the last to know. Mike Rogers has handed out the Good Job Award to Caitlin Huckabee. Mike says, you won the Halftime Interview and Entertainment Award. So there you go. The endorsement of Mike Rogers, it doesn't get any better than that, Caitlin. Second half about to get underway. Mangum to get the football. They trail 16-7. Had a couple of opportunities late in that first half to tie the score and could not get it done. By the way, Caitlin now, she not only was our halftime guest, but has joined us on the Facebook page as well.
We got, I don't know if it's a roster update, but Gavin Williams is 70. Do you have that? I guess we've been saying J.J. Wooten, but Gavin is number 70. That may be the way it is, but.
Yeah, I've got Gavin as number 70.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Mike, and thanks for that update. Mike McAlexander has joined us. Hi, Mike. Good to have you alongside, buddy.
He is a good man.
Yes, he is. Known him for a long time. Johnny Boyd set to kick the football away now for Walters. Kicks it far side, and that one is going to go out of bounds. So Mangum will get good field position to begin the second half of play. Mike and I go back so far that his son was playing Little League basketball. Sometimes it frightens me. And you start talking about these kids that have graduated, and I knew when they played Little League, and I'm like, I can't believe how old these people are getting, and I'm just staying as young as ever.
I think my kid played a little baseball
I
together.
believe they did, yes. Of course, I think I'm young until I look in the mirror, and I'm like, who in the world is that? That picture, there's something wrong with it. So here goes Mangum. 1st and 10. They have the ball at their own 37-yard line after the out-of-bounds kick. And hands it off to Ashton. Pride trying to turn the corner, does. Has the 40, 45, 50. Down the near sideline. Still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. He ran right through the tackle of Corbin Good.
Biggest play of the night with the Tigers.
So a first down carry all the way to the 35-yard line of Walters. move the sticks, and Mangum is going to go hurry up. Pride still in the backfield. Rogers split out on the near side. Ashton going to get the handoff and get Bulldog tackled at about the 24-yard line. You're not going to get away from that tackler right there. That is linebacker Caden Griffin, and he's got some rocks in his pockets. Or as Coach Dickey told me earlier, he's got lead in his pencil. I like that. 2nd down and 9.
A lot of folks don't have lead in their pencil.
Some have lead in. Well, never mind. Inside handoff here to Pride, and Ashton will make the 31 and get turned back there. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6 now for the Tigers.
Oh, boy. George Carlin used to say the cheese fell off their cracker a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, I miss him. He had some great ones, didn't he? 3rd down and 6. Hand it off again to Pride, and Ashton will get it to the 30 and no more. And again, Griffin there to make the stop. And Ashton turning and looking at the coaching staff. Not sure what they're going to do here. 4th down and about 5. The line to make for a 1st down just outside the 25. The line of scrimmage just outside the 30. 10:25 left in the 3rd. Mangum trailing 16-7. Lavoie now in the backfield from the pistol formation. Well, they tried to get Walters to jump into the neutral zone. Did not do it. Now Mangum will change the play. In the slot here on the near side, the wing is Rogers. Don't be surprised if we don't see that inside reverse on this play. Lavoie now moves to the right of the quarterback. He'll go over the top, and Aiden Warner, as he has done all night long, able to find down the seam Nathan Augustine for a 1st down. They'll move the 6 down to the 11-yard line.
Walters' defense was stacked up there, left that middle wide open.
Yeah, they were looking for a run. They faked the handoff to Lavoie. Now they'll give it to Nick. Right side, gets a block inside the 10, lowers his shoulder, and takes it about down to the 7. It'll be 2nd down from there. 2nd down, and we'll call it 6 for a 1st down, 7 for a touchdown. Mangum in that hurry-up look. 9:30 left here in the 3rd. Handoff this time to tailback, pushing the pile towards the goal line, and he fell into the end zone for the touchdown. Great effort that time by the tailback for the Mangum Tigers, carrying it in from about 6 yards away. And some big uglies up front leading the way. So Mangum with the score. That'll make it 16-13. And they'll kick the extra point here. Beatande Pasquale. Line drive kick is up and good with 9:18 left in the 3rd. Mangum has cut it to 2 points. 16 on the board for Walters, 14 for Mangum. 3rd quarter continues after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
So Mangum able to come up with a touchdown on their opening drive here in period number 3 and have got it to a 2-point ball game, 16-14. 3rd quarter brought to us by 333 Dental. An impressive drive, Chad.
Yes, that is exactly what the doctor ordered. Coming out of the, locker room, coming out of the end zone where they meet at the end of every half, end of the first half. They really hit back at Walters, and so let's see if the defense can get a stop.
I wonder if the weather is nasty if you sit outside or if
That's
you
a
go
good
ahead and go
question.
inside.
That's a good question.
Weather's beautiful and very comfortable. They're going to go with a quick onside kick. It is not going to roll the obligatory 10 yards. Illegal touch going to be called on Mangum.
I like the call. They had Walters set up for that, but just did not scoot down the field enough.
What they did, they huddled around the football. And you're right, Walters was back in return formation and well off the line. And went with a quick onside kick, but the ball only went 5 yards, has to go 10. And so it'll be great field position for Walters here for their first possession of period number 3, up by a pair, 16-14. 9:17 left in the third.
Love the confidence Coach Powers has in his kicker. That is no question about it. He was going to kick the PAT.
Had some confidence as well in the defense to go that onside look early in the third quarter of play. Coleman turns, hands the football off to the tailback, and a couple of yards on the play for Caden Griffin. Host of tacklers in on the stop for Mangum. And in the middle of that, linebacker for the Tigers, Cooper Earls. 2-yard gain, second down and 8. 8:50 left here in the third, and it has all been ground chuck tonight for this group from Walters. A couple of big plays, part of that running game, but they have kept the ball almost exclusively on the ground. Coleman, turn, going to keep the football himself, bounce off a couple of tacklers and take it inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. And we have seen this the last couple of weeks, some smallish backs. Saw it against Sayre. We saw it last week against Apache. Smaller backs getting in behind the big offensive linemen and just kind of get lost in the wash and picking up positive yardage.
Yep, they're waiting, getting those Tiger linebackers to get their nose down in the middle, and they'll pitch it out wide and look out.
So 3rd down and 4, ball at the 39 of Mangum. Quarterback sneak, Coleman, quick count, and he'll push the pile forward. Now the ball comes free and going to be recovered by the Blue Devils.
Man, oh man.
Well, I tell you what, Walters has put the ball on the turf several times tonight. They have lost a couple and got a couple back. Falling on the football out in space, and the only guy in a white shirt out there was TK Usher. Nothing but gray shirts around the football, but the one guy in white and blue able to come away with the football, and that's good enough for a first down.
Keep ripping at it.
So they move the sticks, 1st and 10 now for Walters, 27-yard line of Mangum. Single back look, and again, tight formation that they have run all night long. They'll send the tailback in motion here on the near side. Boy, he is quick getting to the corner. B.J. Palmer, and an open field tackle made at about the 22-yard line. In on the stop for Mangum, Jake Green, but a gain of about 5.5, 6. 2nd down and 4.
Could have been longer, though. He cut him back in.
Yeah.
Set
the edge.
Yep.
You're right. I thought he was going to go to the edge and tightrope down the near sideline. So 2nd down and 4. Clock moving. 6:55 left in the third. Being brought to us by 333 Dental. Coleman sends Palmer in motion again. Going to go on the reverse here on the near side. Mangum missing a couple of tackles and picking up the first down yardage will be John Freeman. They had Freeman bottled up here on the near side as the defense stayed at home but couldn't make the tackle in space. Freeman will take it down to the 15 for first down. Job defensively. Sometimes you miss the execution. You got the right play, but the execution isn't there. And case in point, first down picked up by Freeman. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 15 for Walters. 6:20 left in the third. They lead by a pair, 16-14, trying to answer the touchdown of Mangum. Freeman in motion, and that's illegal motion, yeah. Freeman went one way. You can do that, but you can't start and stop and go back the other way. Didn't have the ball snapped. So illegal procedure called against Walters. That'll move it back 5 and puts the Blue Devils behind the chains. 1st and 15 at the 20-yard line. Talked about it. Going to be in Hobart next week. District ball game that gets underway at 7. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back to the Liberty Bowl, but on a Thursday night instead of a Friday night, as it'll be the week of fall break. Bad snap, and well, I tell you what, Coleman somehow comes up with a football, able to push the pile forward and get a couple of yards on the play. It'll bring up a second down and about 13. A bunch of Tigers in on the stop there, including Jake Green. So second down and a dozen. 5:35 left here in the third. By the way, Empire will be the opponent here at the Liberty Bowl in a couple of weeks. Schedule all season long. Home, road, home, road, home, road.
There you go, fans.
Makes it easy to remember. So second down and a dozen for Coleman and company. Carson wants to throw, pump fake, now flush from the pocket being chased. Loses the football again, and he'll fall on it back at the 30-yard line.
What a break.
Great pursuit by Nate Augustine.
It's not what they do, is it?
No, turned the edge there. And kept
25.
Coleman in his sights. Coleman lost the football and able to fall on it. It has bounced the way of the Blue Devils here tonight. 4:40 left in the third. You heard Chad talk about 25. It's 3rd and 25. Line to make for a first down. The 5-yard line of Mangum. The line of scrimmage is the 30. And again, this is not a team that will go over the top and make hay. Coleman rolls right, throws in the middle, pass in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver, T.K. Usher. Good defense by the Tigers. One of the defenders may have gotten a finger on that one. That'll bring up a 4th down and 25. It's a tough throw there for Coleman, rolling against his body, then trying to throw back across the field. Stops the clock with 4:17 left in the third. Walters by a pair, 16-14. They'll split out here on the near side. Corbin Good. Wide receiver up top, single back look. Underneath center, Coleman. Carson wants to throw, does. Corner of the end zone, Good makes the catch and falls down at the 2-yard line. Oh my goodness. Good had an easy touchdown, couldn't keep his footing.
Yeah, but a 4th and 25 converted.
Well, there you go. Then there's that. And Coleman simply dropped back, knew where he was going to go with the football, and Good ran underneath it, picked up the first down. Should have had a touchdown, but he fell down at the 2.
Quarterback sneak, maybe.
Michelle Rogers-Huckabee congratulating her daughter on the halftime interview and says, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Timothy Kevin Lewis has joined us. Hello, Timothy. So first and goal from the 2. Chad says it's going to be a quarterback sneak with Coleman. He's right, and Coleman into the end zone. So Carson with the completed pass to Good down to the 2, and then Coleman in from 2 yards away. And with 3:42 left in the third quarter of play, 22-14, the lead 8 for Walters with the 2-point conversion on the way.
Huge conversion attempt.
And again, they go swinging gate. Coleman here on the near side. Little shake, little bake, and he's into the end zone. Carson Coleman. So Coleman 3 for 3 on the 2-point conversions has given his club a 10-point lead. 24-14, 3:42 left in the third. We're back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Well, Walters has been able to answer the charge of Mangum each and every time, and Tigers scored, cut it to a 2-point lead here in the third quarter of play, and the Blue Devils march the length of the field, pick up was it a 4th and 25? Yeah, 4th and 25 on that drive, and get a 2-yard touchdown from Carson Coleman. 2-point conversion is good, and the kickoff after that rolls out of bounds at the 30, so Mangum will get a good field position here with 3:42 left in the frame. 24-14. And those 2-point conversions that have been, it's amazing, all 5 of the ball games, the teams that Mangum has played, that's what they've done, is gone for 2.
Yep, most of the smaller schools not fortunate like Mangum to have a kicker like that, but Walters very efficient.
Yeah, they've been successful. Here comes Pride on the sweep near side, and Ashton gets back to the 35 and no more. And he'll get thumped right there.
He gets thumped a lot. They feed him the rock, which they should, but I'm sure Saturday mornings maybe a step slow getting out of bed.
Sebastian Wani in on the stop. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Warner from the pistol. Again, we'll hand it off. There's that reverse now to Rogers, and Rogers across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line where he is turned back, and they'll actually give him the 39. Yeah, that is a fantastic spot. And it'll bring up a
look at Walters'
3rd down and 6. Ball came free, but it's still Mangum football. The play was well over. So 3rd down and 6, line to make the 45. Ball sitting just on the south side of the 40. See if they don't go up top. Try to find Augustine across the middle. Long snap count. They'll change the play. Here in the slot is Martinez. He's had Martinez open a couple of times, just throwing the football a little high to Braylon. Aiden looking that way. Plenty of time. And goes to Augustine, and that pass too tall. Nate can't climb the ladder to get that one. It'll be 4th down and 6. And Augustine has done a good job of being able to break down the linebacker and getting his body in front of him. Griffin was with him, but again, inside position that time, and the pass just too tall.
Yeah, need to convert some of those. They only have one deep safety and playing man-to-man everywhere else, so they are daring Mangum to throw.
Clock stop, 2:23 left in the third, 24-14. Punt formation for Ashton Pride. B.J. Palmer back at about his own 36. Pride, rugby-style kick, tries to keep it away from Palmer. It hits at the 35, goes to the 30, and now rolls out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So a nice kick there by Ashton Pride. Walters set to go to work, leading by 10, 24-14. 2:15 left here in the third period of play. Blue Devils have the football at the 24. We talked a little bit about Cincinnati and Miami, and I never did. Who won the football game?
Cincinnati.
Okay.
Won, yep.
So now it's down to Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles as the only undefeated team.
Yeah.
It really hurts out of the whole bunch of those Alabama quarterbacks. I'd take him number 1.
He is special.
He is good.
All the way around.
1st and 10 now, Walters, and their quarterback, Carson Coleman, hands it off to the tailback, the big bruising tailback. It's Caden Griffin, and he'll gain a couple of yards. Actually, they gave him 3. So 2nd down and 7. 2 minutes left here in the third. And if you're Walters, the formula you have had all night long is to run the football, although they did pick up that 4th and 25 on a pass play. So we have a fan down below us with a Persimmon Wood Golf Club. They're passing it around. Maybe it's going to come my way. Hand off to Griffin, and boy, he's got nowhere to go. Great job defensively by Mangum. Ball ripped away by the Tigers, but they said forward motion had come to a stop. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Ashton Pride wound up with that football. We'll give him credit for the tackle. And no fumble recovery. There have been a bunch of footballs on the turf tonight for Walters. Mangum taking advantage a couple of times.
Isn't this the best field you've seen this year?
Oh, by far. There's no doubt about it.
It really is in awesome shape.
So now it's all coming to play for me. I look down there, and the young lady who actually has the Persimmon Wood Golf Club also is wearing a Happy Gilmore shirt. There you go. Gotta like that. Toss sweep near side. B.J. Palmer cuts the corner, has the 35, 40, 45, still on his feet. Tight ropes down the near sideline, and finally steps out of bounds to the Mangum 47-yard line. Well, I tell you what, B.J. Palmer, you give him a little crease on the near side, and he is tough. Want to welcome head coach Trent Shelby into the broadcast booth. Trent, head coach over there at Hollis, and has turned that program around and got them ranked. And Tigers have the night off, and talked about it earlier. They will play on a Thursday night. At least that's what the schedule calls. And my buddies from Shattuck have already checked in with me. They play on a Thursday night against the Indians of Shattuck, 27th of October, and we have cleared our calendar and tend to be there for that ball game. That should be a dandy one. Coach Shelby, glad everything's going well for you, buddy. Been a while since we've seen you. First down carry here for Coleman, and Coleman will take it inside the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 43, so a gain of a couple on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Pride in the middle of that one. Jacob Green as well for Mangum. So 2nd down. We'll give him 3. 2nd down and 7. Clock running now. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, which has been brought to you by 333 Dental. Walters will not run another play in the frame. So we've played 3. 24 on the board for Walters. 14 for Mangum. 4th and final period coming up. Stick and Stay for Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
4th period about to get underway, brought to you by Cattleman's Bank. Thank you, Cattleman's Bank. We appreciate you as we get set for this final frame. Mangum down by 10. Need to stop defensively. And game has been shortened through the first 3 quarters, Chad, because Walters has kept the football on the ground so much.
Really have. Good football team. Got some good players, and Mangum has competed well, just haven't got the ball for very long. Because, like you said, it is 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Well, we talked about it in that victory against Rush Springs as well, how important extra points are. And Walters converting on all of their 2-point opportunities here in this one, leading by 10. So 2nd down 6. Coleman keeps it right side, breaks a tackle, has the 35 down to the 32-yard line. He'll pick up a 1st down, tackled from behind, and is coming down the line of scrimmage to make the play. It's Jacob Green, play by Jake, to tackle from behind, but not before Carson Coleman picks up a 1st down. They'll move the 6, 32-yard line, 1st and 10. You have to wonder if we talk about those 2-point conversions, you have to wonder if that swinging gate look that they have used here tonight is something new, because Mangum has not had an answer for it.
Right. That's a good point.
1st and 10. They'll hand the football off to the tailback. And, boy, I tell you what, good job, Ashton Pride, slowing that thing down. Cooper Earls there to help out on the stop. A couple of other Tigers there as well. maybe a half-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Trent, you're too kind, buddy, but I appreciate that. Thank you. I was thinking about Coach Shelby and how far we go back, and Brody, who is now the starting quarterback for Hollis. There was a ball game several years ago where Brody was the ball boy for Hollis. A game at Cash in freezing cold and ice, and there was a picture in the paper of Brody after Hollis lost that ball game, and the look on his face, you just knew that one day he was going to be a great football player. Palmer tries to hurdle everybody at the 30-yard line, and he gets turned back for his efforts. He will gain 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down at about 6. And I'm guessing that Trent probably still has that picture of his son. That was just a kid of 8, 9 years old, and it just destroyed that his team that he was the ball boy for had not won that playoff game. 8-0, I think, was the final score that day. It was quite the game. 3rd down and 6. Here we go. Coleman, quick hitter right up the middle, looking like Tom Brady, and he'll push the pile inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. He'll be shy of a 1st down, so it'll bring up a 4th down and about a yard. Nate Augustine in on the stop for the Tigers.
Quarterback sneaks, worked every time on short yardage. They've got some big guys up front, don't
Well, they do. They've got some hosses up front, and Coleman, he will get to the line of scrimmage and look to see if he's got that gap right off of his center. And so far tonight he has. Let's see what he had a 2-yard touchdown a moment ago. 4th and a yard here. And again, quarterback sneak, and he simply quick snap, takes it inside the 20 down to about the 19, so they'll move the sticks. And it's just so tough, you know.
Yep.
You got a kid that is heady and able to read where he's got that gap either side of his center. Gets the quick count and gets the 1st down.
Yeah, their line's got 20 pounds a man.
Yeah,
at least.
Oh yeah. Not enough lead in the pencil, as Coach Dickey told us earlier. Love that. 1-on-1 split out here on the near side is Johnny Boyd, but they'll keep the football on the ground. Coleman runs into a couple of Tigers. They'll push the pile forward for about a yard. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. Good penetration that time by Mangum. And that's one of the things, you give up that size, you got to come up with some technique.
Yep.
You can't go head to head. Kind of like a road grader going down a county road, just kind of smoothing everything out. You stand right in the middle, you're going to get popped. Sherry Shepherd Kendall, you're right. The Shelby family is a great family, and they are missed here at Mangum. I know that, but doing well in Hollis. 1st down carry right side, or 2nd down carry right side for that tailback that has, well, you talk about lead in his pencil. Caden Griffin, big kid. And he'll take it down inside the 15 to about the 13. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Walters.
Kind of a slow death, isn't it?
Well, I was just getting ready to say they are chewing up clock. I mean, 4 minutes gone by already here in the 4th quarter of play. They're up by 10. And trying to add to that total here. 3rd down and about 2. And again, Coleman, the quarterback sneak. And again, Coleman just simply running the big fellas inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from there. And that's a great luxury for Carson Coleman.
Yeah.
You know, hitch your wagon to one of them fellas, and here I come. So 1st and goal for Walters as we play here in the 4th. Brought to us by Cattleman's Bank.
And hopefully Carson, as you know him, but will stay healthy too. But yeah, he's going to get hit throughout the season, isn't he?
He is. Not an overly big kid, but tough as nails. 1st and goal now. Coleman keeps it right side, gets a block, runs through a tackler, and scores from 9 yards away. So Carson Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the 2nd half, and has given Walters a 16-point lead, 30-14, with 7:10 left of the ball game. And again, we have seen the swinging gate on every 2-point conversion here this evening, and they've got that same formation. Coleman going to run the option, and he'll get into the end zone again, as has been the case all night long. So the 2-point conversion is good, and that will extend the lead to 32-14, 7:10 left in the ball game. We're at the Liberty Bowl on Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
To funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
7:10 left in the ball game, and Mangum going to need some of that explosiveness that we've seen this season. Get back into this one. They're down 32-14. 7:10 left in the contest, and it's 3 possessions, by the way. So maybe hard-pressed to get 3 possessions for the rest of the contest. Short kick and dropped by the up back. I think Mangum will get on the football at the 44-yard line, their own 44. Bit of a surprise there. Walters with the little pooch kick.
I think he missed it, and I think it was one of your beautiful flop shots into the green.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody's giving you a full scouting report on my – because I will just tell you, I do have a gap wedge and a pitching wedge.
Right.
But on some courses, if I'm within 30 yards of the green and I can putt, I will.
Hey, there you go.
Texas chipper is what we call it.
Reminds me of Tin Cup, where he uses a 7-iron the whole way.
Well, there's that then, too. Ashton Pride will battle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by Walters that time. Blue Devils now in a position where they can kind of pin their ears back and just simply come after Mangum. Clock running, 6:45 left in the fourth. Cattleman's Bank bringing it to you on Classic Hits 97.7. Couple of wide receivers here on the near side, 2 up top, 1 in the slot. That's Augustine. Look for him on this play, 2nd down and 10. Warner looks across the middle, now flush from the pocket, got all kinds of room. Wants to throw, though, goes deep, intended for Martinez, and Braylon can't hold on to it as it's knocked away at the 20-yard line. And I think maybe Aiden may have been across the line of scrimmage when he threw the football.
May have. Line of scrimmage, the 45. 44-45, so, yeah.
Get the call from Brad Wink, and it is illegal forward pass called against Mangum. You know, the thing about that, and I appreciate Aiden wanting to get a big chunk there on that pass play, but he had a lot of room to run on the near side. He probably could have run for about 20 or 25 yards before anybody got in his wheelhouse.
Yes, sir.
So a loss of down on the play brings up a 3rd down and about 15. Ball setting at the 40-yard line. Line to make, we'll call it the 45 of Walters. On the run, here comes Warner looking for a block. Got it. Great block on the near side. And knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line.
Illegal block.
Yeah, they're gonna get Rogers for a blindside block. He was in front of the ball carrier, but it was a blindside block. Mangum fans voicing their displeasure down below. And back in the day when I played, and keep in mind, I didn't play with a leather helmet, that was the kind of play that we lived for, to be able to throw that kind of block. And it has been outlawed, I guess. So
25. 3rd and 25?
Yeah. Ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. And I guess what you do there, instead of bashing into the defensive guy, you just simply stand in his way, let him run into you.
Yeah.
So Warner on the screen pass, a little slip screen here on the near side, and Martinez going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage all the way back to the 27. Braylon, not a whole lot he could do there. Halfway through quarter number 4, Mangum trailing 32-14, and I'm a little surprised here that Sam Powers is looking to punt the football away.
Yeah, we're over that 15-point line
exactly.
too. So,
and that's why the surprise comes to me. So Pride in punt formation, little rugby sound kick here on the near side, gets it up into the nighttime air. Wind will knock it down, but a great roll forward as it will go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line for Walters. 5:27 left of the ball game, and Chad, the way they have held on to the football and been able to control the line of scrimmage, they could run the clock out with this drive.
Yeah, they really could. 5:27.
Mangum does have their full complement of timeouts, but they are certainly needing the big TO right about now.
Is that Mr. Roscoe?
It is Mr. Roscoe. Joe Roscoe. We learned from Caitlin Huckabee at halftime, our super fan. That is
living legend.
And not just in his own mind either. That's what I like about it. Brian Coleman and I are living legends in our own mind. There's Walters putting the ball on the ground. Carson, I think, may have gotten back on it. Coleman, boy, I tell you what, it is, you just like to hope at some point you're able to collect and take advantage of. And they did early on in the first half.
Yep. District comes down maybe to them and Apache? If it...
We've seen them. Empire, we haven't seen them. Not sure how good they are. Get a chance to see them back here in a couple of weeks at the Liberty Bowl. By the way, Hobart, Jay McCormick has joined us here.
Jay McCormick, JC.
I bet you we see Jay Bird next week over there at Bearcat Stadium. So Coleman going to hand the ball off, and big collision there at about the 45-yard line between Mangum and Walters. Bring up a third down at about 5. I want to say hi to Brent Bogart and to Fran Lively. But again,
Coach
the clock ticking away. 4:20 left. Yeah, Coach Pennypacker. We'll have him at halftime before long. Basketball season not that far away.
I think he took umbrage in my leg quote the other day because he said, if I helped you up those steps with that equipment, I'd take that heel and maybe chunk you off. So.
All right, third down and 6. Palmer in motion. They'll toss it to him. Looks for a block on the edge. Gets it. Cuts it back this way. Breaks a tackle. Takes it inside the 50 and down to about the 47-yard line. He will pick up a first down, and that is all B.J. Palmer. Mangum was there defensively. They just couldn't bottle him up.
Him and Coleman, that big offensive line, going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah, they are. And that's the kind of an offense that, again, when the weather eventually turns cold and dark and nasty,
works.
Yeah. Can't put the ball on the ground as many times as they have tonight, though. That's one thing that they no doubt will have to shore up. Coleman eyeing the back judge now, and we'll wait for the countdown as Walters will run as much clock as possible. Now a quick snap, and Carson will take it inside the 45 down to about the 42-yard line.
Just keep doing
pushing
that.
the pile forward. Yeah. And now Mangum going to have to use one of those 3 timeouts that they have. 3:13 left in the ball game. 32 on the board for Walters, 14 for Mangum. You and I come back to the Liberty Bowl after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
Fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Stop by Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum at 129 North Lewis Tittle and see these units. A 2011 Ford Ranger Extended Cab 4x4 V6 with 140,000 miles for just $98.50. A 2013 GMC Acadia SLE in blue with ebony cloth, third row seating in great condition, 120,000 miles for only $13,900. Or how about this 2012 GMC Yukon SLT 2-wheel drive, silver with gray leather interior DVD, heated and cooled seats, third row seating, 139,000 miles for only $15,900. Get to Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum, 129 North Lewis Tittle.
So the first of 3 timeouts exercised there by Mangum. They trail 32-14, 3:13 left of the ball game. Congratulations to our good friend Jeff Coakley over there at Mountain View Godebo. Tigers rolling up Corn Bible Academy. Mountain View Godebo wins it by a final score of 48-0. Coleman, quarterback sneak. And Carson will take it to the 39. He'll be short of a first down by about a yard.
Speaking of living legends, Shane Booth has made an appearance.
Where is the good doctor?
Well, he walked by and there he is right there. Orange Hawaiian shirt. Here you go.
Tipton Tigers rolled up the Cowboys of Ryan, winning by a final score of 62-0. Well, we were talking about living legends, and you walked by.
Well, you know, never know who you're going to run into, do you?
Digging the Hawaiian shirt there, Dr. Booth. We like that.
Well, every day's a holiday.
I like that. That's good stuff. Tough night tonight for Mangum. Going to come up short against Walters, and Walters running the football all night long. But been a fun night. We started off with a helicopter. Good stuff there.
Oh yeah, you can't beat the airdrop. You know that's you know they've come out and represented pretty well. Just haven't been able to get the bounce. I mean that's. I don't know. There's been a lot of times the ball's been on the ground and
you're right.
Just hadn't rolled our way.
Now Carson Coleman running clock. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left of the ball game. B.J. Palmer going to go in motion. They'll get illegal motion. Full start going to be called on Walters. That'll stop the clock with 2:02 remaining. Fun night nonetheless. And Coach Dr. Booth, you can hear the band in the background. To me, that's just the perfect setting. That band playing all night long as underneath ambiance for us.
Oh yeah, they've done a great job, and Mr. Andrews is he's done a great job building, and we're excited about the future for sure.
Now, did I understand correctly? Maybe some alumni come back and play every once in a while with the band. Did I hear that right?
Every once in a while, you'll see some that step in and play with the band.
All right. So, on a different note, first down and 15. Palmer going to go in motion. Going to ask you a question here. Look out, that big tailback getting loose down the far sideline. He'll cut it back inside and get run out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with about 1:34 left. So you had some big doings over the summer. As was it this past summer that your son got married?
Yeah,
Sean got married over the summer. I thought it was. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a life-changing event for dad and son both, you know.
Well, yeah, because the daughter's been out of the house for a little while, and you kind of. But yeah, now you and mom are empty nesters now.
We are. That's we got to meet each other again, kind of get to know each other again.
Minute 10 left of the ball game. Glad that Dr. Booth has joined us here. As Carson Coleman going to play right until the final whistle, breaking tackles and takes it down to about the 11-yard line. We talked about it earlier. The football schedule has been a home away thing, and it'll be that way for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's just kind of odd the way that it worked out this year, and unfortunately, probably the two of the top teams in the district's your first two opponents, and so you can't kind of put you where you're playing from behind, but I think they'll be ready to go. They seem to be getting better each week.
Coleman now take a knee, and we'll have one more play. I want to say this, and we're going to get him on before the season is over. Dr. Booth, the starting quarterback, Coleman, his dad is a longtime friend. And when I greeted him when he came in, the first thing he said, the field is absolutely unbelievable. This facility here is great.
Yeah, it really has. We've, Dirk does a great job taking care of the grass and the he did all the painting on the field,
Yeah.
the freehand, and just it's pretty amazing the job that he does, not only here but softball, as you know.
Yeah.
And so we're continuing to improve things. We announced this week that we've got a program going forward to do a new press box and locker room facility here at the Liberty Bowl, and some local donors have stepped up and said that they want to participate. So that's something that's kind of ongoing. The gymnasium, we've got the lobby that's being redone as we speak. You can drive by there this evening and you'll see some big holes that used to not be there. So that's we've got about a month and a half, 6 weeks till we're using that gym. So that's something that's going on, and fixing to move the. We own the Presbyterian Church across from the high school, so we're going to remodel that into a library for the middle school and high school. And so we just got several things going on, and it's a good time to be a Tiger.
A lot of progress for the Tigers, both on and off the field, and that's exciting news. Dr. Booth, thank you for dropping by.
Yeah,
this one
you.
has come to a close. 32-14, your final score. Walters will win it. We're back to wrap it up after this on Classic Hits 97.7. Wichita Insurance and American Farmers and Ranchers proudly serve cities and towns throughout rural Oklahoma. We're your neighbors and part of the communities. We're proud of our schools, youth, and communities, and that's why we're investing in rural Oklahoma. Wichita Insurance and AFR want to be your agent and insurance company. So call 580-301-6352 today and let us help you protect your farm and ranch operations, autos, and home. 32-14, your final score here, as Walters will win it to move to 5-0 on the year, 2-0 inside district play. Mangum drops to 2-3 on the season and 0-2 inside the district. Check some other.
Well, before you get going on that, next time we get Dr. Booth on, I heard a rumor, and we'll have to figure out if it's true or not, that they're going to redo this press box.
No, he just said that. Yeah.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
I was too loud.
Yeah.
The band was going. So.
Yeah. No, the press box and the locker rooms here at the Liberty Bowl.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So Apache on their way to their second district win. They lead Hobart 32-6. That game late in the fourth quarter. It is Empire in front of Snyder. Fourth quarter score here, 6-0. Empire, the Bulldogs in front of the Cyclones down at Snyder. Fairview, no trouble with Thomas tonight, beating the Terriers. It's 56-12, that ball game at the half. Carnegie leading Cordell at the half, 27-0. And
Like Clinton Elk.
Let me see if I can find. I was getting ready to look for that as I change and check the ticker one more time. Denny Matthews every night when we would listen to a Royals game would tell me that he was going to check the ticker and be right back. So now I know what that means. Although my ticker is a phone.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't a heart issue.
No,
okay.
it wasn't. So no, not that ticker. Elk City leading Clinton 14-6.
Wow.
14-6. That is a third quarter score.
Interesting.
32-14, your final here. Mangum losing tonight to Walters. We will return next Friday night over at Bearcat Stadium as Hobart and Mangum will square off in what will be a battle of a couple of teams in search of their first district win of the year. We'll go on the air at about 6:40, 6:45, and have the kickoff from Bearcat Stadium at 7 o'clock. So I want to thank Caitlin Huckabee for joining us at halftime. Dr. Booth late in the ball game for stopping by and saying hello. We appreciate the light bulb that is on. To Stephanie Wall, appreciate her. And one final shout-out to Brian Bingham and the Mangum Lady Tigers softball team, as they were an entertaining and fun bunch all season long. And even more important, they are some great young ladies, and they were a pleasure to be around all season long. For Chad Fox, I'm Michael Barnes. Don't forget, Oklahoma and TCU kick off tomorrow at 11 from down there at Fort Worth. And then tomorrow afternoon, it's Oklahoma State and Baylor at 2:30. I'm Michael Barnes. We'll see you next Friday night, live from Bearcat Stadium on your home of the Mangum Tigers. It's Classic Hits 97.7.